They are no longer here. New notification from Op Studio. Op Studio reconnection successful. Op Studio window. Metphysis gossips. Oh no, I think I had a rare item on my finger and it dropped off. Drumsparkle gossips. I never heard of THT happening. Drumsparkle gossips. Stat. You don't see anything named corpse here. You do not see that here. They are no longer here. You do not see that here. You have no macro or alias set for this function key. To create an alias for this key, they are no longer here. T, C
is quite big nasty wounds and scratches. Big nasty wounds and scratches.
They are no longer here. L. At the top of a small space. Oh.
Big nasty wounds and scratches.
Oh.
Small wounds and bruises. A few scratches. Full.
L E V space E C R O. You don't have enough experience to gain a level in that class. Use the level command to see how much you have and how much you need. Tip: you have 43 practices which you can use to train your attributes, such as strength and wisdom, or you can use them to practice new spells and skills as a trainer. One PM. E T space C A M P.
Small wounds and bruises.
You block his attack.
Small wounds and bruises. Quite a few wounds.
Space
Small wounds and bruises. A few scratches. Full.
S A C space C O P. O I G space A R E A. Air music enabled. The corpse of a kobold guard decays into nothingness. R E C A N N. The cemetery near Pelham. The Pelham Cemetery waypoint. Drumsparkle sleeping east-south. Metphysis gossips. Please anyone suggest me what should I buy from Lodgeman? Double experience packs for mob kills are now enabled. L. The Pelham Cemetery waypoint. Drumsparkle sleeping east-south. New alias CN equals condition. You can also supply an argument to check the condition of a mob or another player. Type conflict show tips that it's N space D R E A N. Drumsparkle is an excellent condition. Y-E-L-L space J-U-S-T space G-O-T space A-M-B-U-S-A-E-D. Email just got ambushed. The edge of the cemetery, east-southwest. the edge of the cemetery, northwest. Exit.
A few scratches.
A walking skeleton is dead. You learn very little from this battle. You receive 480 experience.
4.
Round contains a leg bone. 2 p.m. P. You have 563 in hand and nothing in the bank. Edge of the cemetery, north-south. Wandering the edge of the cemetery, 6 right parenthesis, an animated skeleton shuffles around the brick. C, space, S, T, A, T, space,
A few scratches.
S, T, A, T. You are not currently in battle. What enemy do you want to cast it on? A, C, C, O, R, P.
4.
You receive 36 gold coins for your sacrifice of the corpse of a walking skeleton. $518 XP, 480 XP from a walking skeleton. Wandering the edge of the cemetery.
Small wounds and bruises.
S, T, A. C, S, T, A. A walking skeleton falls apart into a heap of bones. A walking
few
skeleton is dead.
scratches.
You learn very little from this battle. You receive 455 experience on ground. C, O,
4.
S, A, C, O, R, P. A collapsed section of fence, east-southwest.
A few scratches.
6 right parentheses, S, T, A, T.
Small wounds and bruises.
Falls to the ground as the red soulstones animating its stop glow. C, space, S, T, A.
A few scratches.
A walking skeleton falls apart into a heap of bones. A walking skeleton is dead. U, A, O, R, P. S, A, O, R, P. You receive 3 gold coins for your sacrifice of the corpse of a walking skeleton. You do not see that.
4.
An overgrown path through the inner grounds, northeast-west, north-south. Among the gravestones of the inner grounds, northwest. An overgrown path through the inner grounds, 6, S, T, A, T, fire 2. Zombie crumbles and falls to the ground as the red soulstones animating it stop glowing. You learn very little from this battle. You receive 163 experience. You receive 28 gold coins for your sacrifice of the corpse of a wandering zombie. E, F, T, space, S, T, O, E. You do not see that.
A few scratches.
6 right, 6 space, S, T, A. A skeleton warrior collapses into a heap of broken bones. A skeleton warrior is dead. You receive 2098 experience on ground contains a rusted light mace.
4.
S, A, C, O, R, P. You receive 10 gold coins for your sacrifice of the corpse of a skeleton warrior. E. Gate is closed. E, N, space, S, O, N, E. Pelham Cemetery Crypts. You enter a mausoleum. You enter a mausoleum. Inside the eastern mausoleum, 8 right parenthesis A ghostly guardian gestures for you to approach and talk. 2 right parenthesis A wooden pole has a rag tied to one end, north down. T, A, E, T, O, R, A. You get a dry torch. Tip. Use enter to repeat the last command you typed. Shift enter to send an empty line, or CTRL enter to toggle auto retyping on and off. Use CTRL-P to retrieve the previous command. Useful when you mistype something. Type config show tips to disable these tips. Type config show tip something. Retrieve the previous command. Toggle auto retyping on and off. Shift enter to send an empty line, or CTRL enter to. Shift enter to send an empty line, or CTRL enter to. Retrieve the previous command. Useful when you mistype. Auto retyping off. Auto retyping on. Configuration alter on dialog. Must. Auto retyping off. A crypt beneath the mausoleum, east-west of. In the dark crypt, northwest. In the dank, dark crypt, east-south. E. Underneath the cemetery, 8 right parenthesis 8. Global volume can't go any higher. Changing area music volume, current value 50. Changing ambience volume, current, changing global volume, current value, changing area music volume. Underneath the cemetery, northwest. Tip, you can find information about the game, including
A few scratches.
the altar, ST8. Level square, a dual test, space,
A few scratches.
a pale blue mist fly south.
Full.
3520 XP from a ghoul 14 seconds ago. L. You have 640 in hand and nothing in the bank. 4 p.m. In the dank, dark crypt, east-west. Deep in the crypt, northeast-south. In the deep, dank crypt, northwest. Deep within a unknown unavailable low disk space window, manage storage button. Close button. Must client alter Eon, edit multi-line lang. Deep within a crypt, 8 right parenthesis mist hangs ominously in the air before you. 8 right parenthesis a pale blue mist hangs ominously in the air before you. Northeast southwest. L space S-T. A pale blue mist flies south. This slow-moving mass of mist hangs heavy in the air, almost creeping through the air as it extends slow tendrils toward you. So long as you stay awake, it is easy enough to avoid, but it is quite persistent. You think it best not to let it touch you. A pale blue mist is in excellent condition.
A few scratches. Small wounds and bruises.
You receive 3520 experience. You receive 4 gold coins for your sacrifice.
A few scratches.
A pale blue mist flies north. You are not currently in battle. What enemy do you want?
Full.
A dark winding crypt northeast. Follow
a few scratches.
Space. You block its attack. ST8.
Small wounds and bruises.
ST8.
Small wounds and bruises.
You receive 3520 experience. You receive 21 gold coins for your sacrifice of the corpse of a
few scratches.
Following the long dark hall. Space.
Full.
Deep in the crypt northwest.
A few scratches.
6 right ST8.
Full. Small wounds.
ST8. Tag equals C space C space ST8.
Quite a few wounds. Scratches.
You block its attack. Space ST8. L.
Don't carry anything more.
What enemy do you want to cast it on? You get the key to a rotted and worn chest from the corpse of the Lord of Ghouls. You can't S-A-6-O-P. Deep in the crypt, northwest. Following the long dark hallway, east-west. Following the long dark hallway, east-west. A dark winding crypt northeast. Following a long dark hallway east-west. A dark winding crypt N. In a dark dank crypt northeast-south. N. Deep within a crypt 8 right parenthesis A pale blue mist hang N. Number 3 right parenthesis A rotting chest begs for someone to open it south. U-N-L-O-K space C-H-E-S-T. Star click star you unlock a rotted and worn chest. O-P-E-N space C-E-S-T. You open the rotted and worn chest. On ground contains an ancient shield, binding a scroll of soothing, old gold coins. T-A-K of space C-O-I-N. You don't see anything named T-A-E space O-I-N space E-S-T. You count 19 gold coins. You get all gold coins from a rotted and worn chest. E-Q. You are using head a tarnished raven diadem, neck a minor ward crystal pendant, glow, neck a razor chain, arms a set of zombie sleeves, wrist a greasy leather bracer, rare, wrist a greasy leather bracer, rare, hands well-made leather gloves, rare, finger a rainbow obsidian ring, on body a faded crimson robe, about body, waist, legs a pair of faded saffron pants, feet a pair of indigo blue sandals, shield around iron shield, weapon a quartz tipped wooden cane, light. A pale blue mist flies south. T-A-E space L space A-E-S-T.
I can't carry anything
You
more.
can't carry any more. 3 items left. L-O-K space C-A-E-S-T. On ground contains an ancient shield. S-A-C space S-H S-E-S-T. Deep within a crypt, northeast southwest. In a deep, dank crypt, northwest. Deep within a crypt, northeast southwest. Deep in a dry crypt, east southwest. A dry, musty crypt.
A few scratches.
6 p.m.
Dribbles and fades into nothingness. A revenant is dead. You receive 873 experience.
Full.
Deep in the dry crypt, east southwest. The southeast corner of the crypt, northwest. A dry, musty crypt, east west. A dry, musty crypt, northeast southwest. A strange, empty antechamber. A short hallway, 2 right parenthesis A zombie cat is here bumping off the walls of the crypt, north south. S-T-A.
A few scratches.
C space O-O.
A few scratches.
2.9s server estimated connection lag for 6 space O-O. You do not need healing right now. Tip. If you see a word that's hard to While you can see through the old wood making up the rack, the boards are too close together for you to squeeze through. A short hallway, 2 right parenthesis A zom. A strange, empty antechamber, northeast southwest.
A few scratches.
3 right parenthesis C S T A.
A few scratches.
Instead, you receive 649 experience.
A few scratches.
6 right parenthesis.
Small wounds and bruises. Small wounds and bruises. Small wounds and bruises. Small wounds and bruises.
Spawn crumbles into a pile of dust. A vampire spawn is dead. You receive 1685 experience. L-O space A-H-E-D-S. L space A-H. You don't see anything named Ash here. You do not see that here. A dusty old crypt, east-west. The southwest corner of the crypt, northeast.
A few scratches.
Tip, In the musty old crypt, east-south. 6,
Full.
Deep in the dry old crypt, northwest.
A few scratches.
Crypt, S-T. Dribbles and fades into nothingness. A redeemed is dead. You receive 1054 experience.
Full.
Deep in an old crypt, southwest. 7 p.m. In the dark musty crypt, 6 right parents, S-T-A.
Small a few scratches.
Fades into nothingness. A revenant is dead. You receive 1451 experience. S-O-R-P. A. Lag 2.26s.
Full.
Not see that here. Server estimated connection lag 2031 ms av. The northwest corner of the crypt, east-south. A musty old crypt, east-west. 6 S-T-8.
Small bleeds and bruises.
S-T-8.
A few scratches.
A vampire spawn is dead. You receive 1758 experience. You are not currently in bed. What enemy do you want to cast it on? You now have enough experience to reach level 10. To level E-V space A-G. Warning, your character is unbalanced. You have a high first class E-V space dash F-O-R-C-E space A-G-E. You gain a level. You are now level 10 mage. With 11 total levels, you gain 1/88 hit, 3/172 mana, 0/154 movement, 5/48 practices. You can now learn the spell Color Spray. You can now learn the spell Shock and Grasp. Critical. Your next cheapest level is Cleric for 18,000. Alterion has a built-in auction system where you can buy and sell equipment with other players. This is usually done on the auction channel using the auction command. To shut off the auction channel, just type auction. See Help Auctioning for more information. You are now connected to the auction channel. L-E-A-R-N space A-O-C-K-I-N. You spend 1 practice to learn Shock and Grasp. 28% gained. E. A dusty, musty crypt, east-west. E. The northeast corner of the crypt, southwest. E. Within a dry, musty crypt, northwest. In a dusty old crypt, east-south. Deep in the musty old crypt, northeast-south. A dry, musty crypt, northeast. Deep in the dry crypt, east-southwest. The southeast corner of the crypt, northwest. Deep in the dry crypt, east-southwest. A dry, musty crypt, northeast. 8 p.m. Tip. The Alt key combined with the keys I, K, L, J, U, O, N, and comma act as directional commands. In addition, you can use Alt R for up, Alt F for down, Alt D to stand, and Alt D to rest. Type quick show tips to disable these tips. Deep in the musty old crypt, northeast-south. A small chamber, 7 right parenthesis A stone sarcophagus stands in the center of the chamber, west. L, O, T, E, T, E.
I can't carry anything
You
more.
can L, O, O, K, space, S, S, I, S, S, O, N, E. On ground contains a red-bladed sword, a ceremonial stone breastplate, binding, ceremonial stone greaves, binding. You are carrying the following 9 items: the key to a rotted and worn chest, a dry torch, a pair of midnight black boots, a wicked D-R-O-P, space, B-O-O-T-E, D-R-O-P, space, A-R-R. You do not seem to be carrying anything with that name. T-A-E, space, P-L-A-T-E, space, S-T-O-N-E. A ceremonial stone breastplate is now bound permanently to you. You get a ceremonial stone breastplate from Azar. Ixel Gozups. Where is the donation room in Indira? 9 seconds ago. Humbabang Gozups. There isn't one. Droid Gozups. No donation room in Indira. Ixel Gozups. Where is the nearest one then? Droid Gozups. Only Vimarkan, Naftali, Gads, and Ralnath. Droid Gozups. Vimarkan. Go back to Vimarkan through the portal and go south from the waypoint. Deep in the musty old crypt, northeast south. B. R. E. F. Brief mode off. Ixel Gozups. Thank you very much. L. Deep in the musty old crypt, the dust is ankle deep here, built into small dunes. Cobwebs hang in great, trailing streamers laden with dust from floor to ceiling. The bones of dead men are scattered on the floor, dumped from their resting niches in the walls. A doorway leads into a small chamber to the east, northeast south. In the dusty old crypt, the floor is simply awash with dust. It is kicked up in great plumes. With every step, the air is as dry as a desert, with an unpleasant, flinty odor and the faint smell of the bodies interred here, east-south. Within a dry, musty crypt, the corridor turns sharply, heading north and west. Spiders must have once crawled over everything in this place. Webs cover all surfaces. The dead lay silent in their tombs. Northwest, 9 p.m. N. The northeast corner of the crypt, the northern part of the on either side with low benches on which skeletons lay. Dust covers everything in thick layers, undisturbed by the passage of years. Another passage leads southward, down the long twisting hallway, southwest. A dusty, musty crypt. The northern part of the crypt is a long, straight east-west hallway, lined on either side with low benches on which skeletons lay. Dust covers everything in thick layers, undisturbed by the passage of years, east-west. E. The northeast corner of the crypt, the northern part. A dusty, musty crypt. The northern part of the W. Deep in an old crypt, the dusty hall goes east to west in a straight line, following the hard flat planes of the carved rock walls. There is a doorway to the south, leading into a large burial chamber, east-southwest.
A few scratches.
The chamber walls are
Small wounds and bruises. Small wounds and bruises.
small wounds.
Quite a few wounds. Quite a few wounds.
See,
Small wounds and bruises. A few scratches. Small wounds and bruises. Big nasty scratches. Quite a few wounds. Small wounds and bruises.
3920 XP from a vampirist. 5 seconds.
A few scratches.
L. Space. A. E. F.
I can't carry anything
You
more.
can't carry any more. 2 items left.
Full.
You are carrying the following 9 items: a ceremonial stone breastplate, the key to a rotted and worn chest, a dried D-R-O-P, spick, E-Y. You drop the key to a rot, L-O-O, space. A.
I can't
You
carry
get a small
anything
silver
more.
ring from a pile of dried bones and ashes. You can't carry any more. 1 item's left. You are carrying the following 9 items: a small silver ring, a ceremonial stone breastplate, a dry torch, a wicked curved dagger, a small dart, D-O-P, space. O-R, space. L-O, you drop a dry torch, space. A, tip. Use SK to sort and display your skills by their knowledge level. This will also count the number of skills in each knowledge level. Type config show tips to disable these tips. This is a large pile of dried bones with ashes scattered all about. L-O-O-T, space. A-S-A-E-S. You get an onyx skull amulet from a pile of dried bones and ashes. W-E-A-R, space, A-M-U-L-E-T. Your spell save is now 0%. Your CHR is now 13. Armor 40. You are wearing heavy armor. S-A-C space A-A-E-F. That is not an acceptable sacrifice. T-A-E-S-A-S-E-F. You don't see anything named Uses here. A-T-A-K space A-A.
I can't carry anything
You
more.
can't carry any more. You are carrying the following 9 items: a minor ward crystal pendant, glow, a small silver ring, a ceremonial stone breastplate, a wicked curved dagger, a small dart, a short blowgun, a bright blue flame candle, light, and a blue potion. L-O-A-D space G-U. You need both hands free to load a short blowgun. R-E-O-E space C-N-N-A-N-E. L-O-A-D space U-N. You need both hands free to load a short blowgun. E. You are using head a tarnished raven diadem, neck a onyx skull amulet, artifact, neck a razor chain, arms a set of zombie sleeves, wrist a greasy leather bracer, rare, wrist a greasy leather bracer, rare, hands well-made leather gloves, rare, finger a rainbow obsidian ring, finger a rainbow obsidian ring, on body a faded crimson robe, about body, waist, legs a pair of faded saffron pants, feet a pair of indigo blue sandals, shield a round iron shield, weapon. R-E-F-O space F-A-I F-O-A-D space G-F. You load a short blowgun with a small dart. Tatamila Auctions. All that only for one class. Tatamila Auctions. Oops. W-E-A-R space C-A-E W-E-A-R space A-A-I-E. Azariah Auctions. Lol MT.
A few scratches.
Heavy armor. Your damage is now as I feared. She was my sister and we had thought her lost in the battle at Pelham. I see now that the evil took her and used her against us. Please don't tell the others. Please let them continue to think that she died in the town. I could not bear to have others speak ill of her. Please go to Whelan and inform them of what you have done. Perhaps this will give us a chance to send for help from the Narcan. Plus 760 XP. You get 204 gold coins. New notification from Ops Studio. Ops Studio reconnection successful. Ops Studio window. New auction. The Lance of Storms. 1000 gold. 11 PM. Dinner auctions. You have not aged well. You are carrying the following 7 items. A minor ward crystal pendant, globe, a ceremonial stone breastplate, a wicked curved dagger, a small dart, a short blowgun, a bright blue flame candle, light, and a dinner auctions. You have not aged. Dinner auctions. You have not aged well. 22 sec total 3 fingers. Quest item. Dinner auctions. Rock copied. Rocksteady auctions. Damn that is a rock copy. Auction. Rocksteady. Auctions. Auctions. Select. Rocksteady. Auctions. Space. Comma. S. N. N. Land. Space. N. Land. Space. Selection removed. Disconnecting from channel auction. Tip. Use Alt P to enter a portal if it is there. Type. Pale Blue Lance Storms, a metal weapon, estimated cost 57,771. Damage type, pointed damage trait. Mid. Land. Land. Auction. 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 Land. Selection removed. A-E-L-E. Space. There is help available on the following topics. 1 channel auctioning, 2 channel auction bid escrow, 3 channel auction takedown, 4 channel auctions news silent, 5 channel auction auto show item, 8-E-L-E. Space. 1. Space. Keywords are channel auctioning, format, less message greater, auction less item greater, less minimum bid greater, auction auto, auction silent. There are 2 different sets of space. D-A-G-G-E-R space. 1 1 1 1 3 0. Please wait until the auction closes on the current item. Auction finished at 3,000 gold. Space. D-A-G-E-R space. 1 0. Auction started. 100 gold paid to the mud for auctioning fees. New auction. A wicked curved dagger. 100 gold. Total 150 and 35 warrior, 2 wield, rare glow anti-evil warrior, damage, new auction, a wicked curved dagger, 100 gold. 100 gold paid to the mud for auctioning, new auction, a wicked curved dagger, 100 gold. Total 150 and 35 warrior, 2 wield, rare glow anti-evil warrior, damage 5 to 50, zapping pierce needs 30 STR, HR 8 DR 20 absorb, zap 5 war skill level 2 luck 5 move 41 minutes 53 seconds ago. New auction, a wicked curved dagger, 100 gold, 12 a.m. near midnight, item returned to your inventory. Before a covered wagon, the wagon is near one of the corners of the encampment, protected on one side by rock and on the other by the tall fence that lines the river. The healer's tent, 2 walls of the tent consist of the tent. New notification from Ops Studio. Ops Studio reconnection successful. Ops Studio window. Tip. A high constitution can help warriors and thieves increase their hit points. A heavily warded waypoint. Waypoints are special. W-A-Y-P-I-N-T space. The cemetery near Pelham. The Pelham Cemetery waypoint. Waypoints are a quick way to get from place to place without needing to walk. L-E-V space. C-L-E-R-I. You don't have enough experience to gain another level in that class. L-E-V space. M-A-G-E. You don't have enough experience to gain E-V space. E-C-R-O. You don't have enough experience to gain a level in that class. At the edge of the
Small wounds and bruises.
S-T-A-T. Small wounds. A walking skeleton falls apart into a heap of bones. A walking skeleton is dead. You learn very little
A
from
few
this battle. You
scratches.
receive 245 experience. On ground contains a leg bone. S-A-C-C-R-P.
Fall.
E-V space. E-C-O. You don't have enough experience to gain E-V. A walking skeleton does a
Small wounds and bruises.
Cause for S-S-T-A.
A few
A walking
scratches.
skeleton falls apart into a heap of bones. A walking skeleton is dead. You learn C-O-O.
Fall.
Oh. You have 796 in hand and nothing in the bank. Tip. Use alt left and alt right arrows to switch between the different history categories. Can't find a message that you want to use the category containing it. Try hitting alt C-S-T-A.
A few scratches.
Falls apart into a heap of bones. A walking skeleton is dead. You learn very
Fall.
little. S-A-C-O-P. You receive 6 gold points for your sacrifice of the corpse of a walking skeleton. Wandering the edge of the cemetery. The Pelham Cemetery occupies the interior of a large pit, not unlike an old, abandoned quarry. The interior is surrounded by a high fence, though there are gates in it, like the one south of here. Clusters of unmarked graves dot the narrow strip of land between the pit walls and the stone fence, north-south. S. Wandering
A few
the
scratches.
cemetery. The Pelham S-T-A. With 880 XP, a wandering zombie rumbles and falls to the ground as the red soul
Fall.
animating its stop glow. E-V space. E-C-R-O. You don't have enough experience to gain a R-E-V space. A-G. You don't have enough experience to gain another level in that E-V. Class level micro X cost percent. Mage 10 58,000, 18%. Cleric 1 18,000, 58%. Thief 0 68,000. Wandering the edge of the cemetery. The Pelham Cemetery occupies the interior of a large pit, not unlike an old, abandoned quarry. The interior is surrounded by a high fence, though there are gates in it. R. A collapsed section of fence. The fence lies broken to the east, leaving an opening to the inner grounds. The tombstones within are larger and fancier than those outside the fence, though the grounds show the same state of general disrepair. East-southwest. The edge of the cemetery. The Pelham Cemetery occupies the interior of a large pit, not unlike an old, abandoned quarry. The interior is surrounded by a high fence, though there are gates in it. Clusters of unmarked graves dot the narrow strip of land between the pit walls and the stone fence, northeast. Friend from Sparkle. Goodness, what a horrid thing to eat at a Peru with little space with a keyboard on it. The edge of the cemetery. The Pelham Cemetery occupies the interior of a large pit, not unlike an old, abandoned quarry. The interior is surrounded by a high fence. There is a gate in the fence east of here. Clusters of unmarked graves dot the narrow strip of land between the pit walls and the stone fence, east-west. Friend from Sparkle. Who are you? Before a rusted iron gate. An iron gate is set in the stone fence to the north. I-P-P-O-O-P. Friend from Sparkle. Wall dresser. It is already open. The Tobol Camp. The road to Pelham. Level 8 plus recommended. The road New notification.
Small wounds and bruises.
Fall.
Friend from Sparkle. Keyboard still works. You have 814 in hand and nothing in the bank. Friend from Sparkle. This coronavirus is really doing a number on PPL. People not doing their jobs, but smoking all day. WTF. Tip. Press CTRL Shift F12 to turn speech off and CTRL F12 to turn sounds off. Press either of these again to turn speech or sounds on. Very useful if you are working on something else and running much in the background. Type config show tips to disable these tips. New option, a scale from Greystorm the Dragon, 250 gold. Semi. 3 a.m. Semi. Semi. Select. F R E D space A D space A A N Z O. Player added to your friends list. Friend, Hanzo has entered the game. G-R-O-U-P space J-O-I-N space 8-N-Z-O. That group is too high level for you and you will probably die. Use force if you really want to risk joining this group. G-R-O-U-P space J-I-I-O-I-N space dash F-O-R-C-E space 8-A-N-Z-O. Asking Hanzo if you can join its group. G-R tip Monterey O-U-P space F-U-N-O-N space F-L. It doesn't seem that anyone is trying to join your group. The town of Naftali. Hanzo has summoned you into its group. The accepted chapel of Denton and Naftali. This tall structure is made from megalithic stone blocks all leaning inward onto each other, forming a sort of wedge-shaped building many stories tall. A flight of rough-hewn steps leads into the L-P-R-A-Y. You may now recall here. Warning, this area has a recommended level range of 15 to 17. Hanzo's muscles magically deflate and return to normal. Table vanishes into a flickering red glow. Friend from Sparkle HR. C space I-N P-R-A. You do not know of any spell by that name. Friend from Sparkle has left the game. I-N-N-M-E. Improvise tactic is a skill, not a spell. Use the tactic improvise command to use this skill. C space I-M-E. Improvise tactic is a skill. C space I-M-E. You do not know of any spell by that name. C space I-N-P. You do not know of any spell by that name. E, V. Class level micro X cost percent. Mage 10 58,000, 18%. Cleric 1 18,000, 59%. Thief 0 68,000, 15%. Warrior 0 68,000, 15%. Necromancer 0 68,000, 15%. Druid 0 68,000, 15%. You have 10,000 AE. S P E L space L I S T space. Available spells and skills at level 1. General swimming, general butchering, helpful, general fishing, helpful, general survey, helpful, general fire starting, mage shower of sparks, critical, cleric afflict, important, cleric soothe wounds, critical, thief bloodletting stab, critical, warrior kick, helpful, warrior thrust, critical, necromancer clay man, critical, necromancer cold fire, critical, druid gust of wind, critical, druid plant lore, Center of Naphtali, the flagstones of the town square of L, space. The accepted chapel of Denton and Naphtali. This tall structure is made from megalithic stone blocks. Hanzo leaves south, center of Naphtali. The flagstones of the town square are arranged by color in a huge spiral 100 feet across. On the north end of the square is a tall temple with a high steeple and sweeping buttresses. Several large houses line the edge of the square. Naphtali's main. New notification from a place of learning. Upon entering this chamber, the first thing noticed is the mass amount of books, scrolls, and tomes that fill space. You spend 1 practice to learn afflict. 28% gain. LEAFFIC. Keywords are cleric curse afflict affliction spell afflict mana 6 whiz 12 CHR 11 LVL 1 cleric 28% important curse usage cast afflict less target greater. The afflict curse causes disruptive energy to course up and down the body of the target while it holds a experience C space AFF space A-O space A-F space A-F-Z space A-F-F space A. Sorry, you can't cast annoyance spells on other players unless you are PK. F-E F space L-E V V-E F space L-I-S space 9. Available spells and skills at level 9. General forest navigation, general mining, helpful, mage blue dart, obscure, mage improvision, important, cleric sense life, helpful, cleric bolster, critical, thief backstab, critical, thief listen, obscure, warrior taunt, important, necromancer home guardian. Edit multi spell list not CF hands, CF hanzo, help afflict. Edit 5 AM, helpful. Lang, 5 AM, helpful, druid brew tincture, critical, druid call animal, critical, necromancer undead lore, important, necromancer bone guardian, important, warrior taunt, obscure, thief listen, critical, thief backstab, critical, cleric bolster, helpful, cleric sense life, important, mage improvision, obscure, mage blue dart, helpful, general mining, help mage blue dart, woo, dart, woo, space, B-L-U-E, space, D-A-R-T, obscure, mage improvision, selected, improvision selected, unselected, improvision unselected, improvision selected. Edit multi-line help afflict selected. H-E-L-E space B-L-U-E-D-A-R-T. Keywords are mage spell blue dart spell blue dart mana 6 int 19 whiz 15 LVL 9 mage 42% obscure requires burning hands type fire magic speed very fast handy channel usage cast blue dart less target greater. Blue dart is a low level mage spell that creates a focused jet of flame that can be directed at a target. The flame is small but magically intensified so that it burns blue. Some fire based creatures are also healed by this spell and magical creatures may be able to partially absorb its effects as well. When cast on yourself it magically contains and stabilizes the jet. As a fiery blue dart, the dart can be used as ammunition for blowguns. You can create the spell blue dart on the following consumables: potion, scribe, scrolls. A-E-L-E space improvision lang. Keywords are E-A-R space. You cannot learn improvision here. E-A-N space B-L-U-E D-A-R. The devoted teacher knows nothing about blue dart. Tip. Add Amila options. WTB tensor. New alias. SAC equals SAC corpse. Type conflict show tips. Action center button. New option. Tensors floating disk. 123 gold. Hanzo praise the Denton for transportation. Hanzo R-E-J-O-I-N space. A-A-Z-O. Did. New hunting disk. Sorry, that's not a valid command. Add Amila options. Thanks. G-R-O-U-P space R-E-J-O-I-N. You rejoin Hanzo's group, the accepted chapel of Denton and Naphtali. This tall structure is made from megalithic stone blocks all leaning inward. Center of Naphtali. The flagstones of the town square are arranged by color in a huge spiral 100 feet across. On the north end of the square is a tall temple with a high steeple and sweeping buttresses. Several large houses line the edge of the square. Naphtali's main street runs east to west from the seashore to the village gate. There is a large castle The Earl has requested that directions be posted to the following trainer/teachers. Cleric, the devoted teacher upstairs in the devotional. 3 west, north and up from this sign. Mage, Arliss the mage trainer in the Mages Guild. 2 west, north, east and up from this sign. Necromancer. Double, semi, N, semi, E, semi, U. Naphtali Peel Street. Peel Street is paved with thick flagstones of varying sizes and colors. L-E-A-R-N space. You need to know strength to learn that. L-E-A-R-N-S-T. You spend 1 practice to learn L-E-A-R-N space D-E. You need to know strength a little better first. L-E-A-R-N space S-T. L-E-A-R-N space D-E. You spend 1 practice to learn dexterity. 28% L-E-A-R-N space. You spend 1 practice to learn improvision. 42% L-E-A-R-N space B-L-U-E space D-A-R. Practice what? You don't know of any skill by that name. L-E-A-R space B-L-U-E space D-A-R. Arliss the mage knows nothing about Blue's art. C space C space C space L-E-A-N space. You spend 1 practice to learn improvision. Space. Gained. A Naphtali city guard has arrived. C space. Space. G-U-A-R-D. Space. Space. U-A. Nothing new seems to happen. Space L-I-S-T space 9. Available spells and skills at level 9. General forest navigation, general mining, helpful mage blue dart, obscure mage improvision, important cleric sense life, helpful cleric bolster, critical thief backstab, critical thief listen. Space L-I-S-T space. Available spells and skills at level 1. General swimming, general butchering, helpful general fishing, helpful general survey, helpful general fire starting, mage shower of sparks, critical cleric afflict, important cleric suet wounds, critical thief bloodletting stab, critical warrior kick, helpful warrior thrust, critical necromancer clay man, critical necromancer cold fire, critical druid gust of wind, critical druid plant lore, critical. 7 a.m. You feel a slight tingle and you feel somehow abandoned. F-E-E-L space L-S-T. What spell or level range do you want to display? F-E-L-S. What spell or level range do you want to display? L space L-I-S-T space. Available spells and skills at level 1. General swimming, general butchering, helpful general fishing, helpful general survey, helpful general fire starting, mage shower of sparks, critical cleric afflict, important cleric suet wounds, critical thief bloodletting stab, critical warrior kick, helpful warrior thrust, critical necromancer clay man, critical necromancer cold fire, critical druid gust of wind, E-V space E space L-I-S-T space 3 4. Available spells and skills at level 4. General stone napping, obscure general trapping, helpful mage mana shield, critical cleric radiant orbs, helpful cleric refresh, critical thief lock picking, important thief searching, critical warrior cry of victory, critical necromancer sickening touch, important necromancer dread portent, important druid fist of the earth, critical a Naphtali city guard leaves town. L E E S E E F space L-I-S space 5. Available spells and skills at level 5. General skinning, helpful general tailoring, helpful mage dancing lights, important cleric spirit hammer, important cleric fate shield, critical thief space D-C. You spend 1 practice to learn dancing lights, 42% gained. E-A-R-N space C-A-N-C-A-C. You spend 1 practice to learn dancing lights, 42% gained. L-E-A-R-N space F-O-S-T. You spend 1 practice to learn Frostflower. 28% gain. You spend 1 practice to learn Frostflower. 28% gained. FPELL space FAST space Z. Available spells and skills at level 10. General hat making, obscure, general metallurgy, helpful, mage shocking grasp, critical, mage chimes, obscure, mage color spray, important, cleric remove curse, important, cleric miraculous vestment. Edit multi-line blank, help, brute, critical, warrior cleave, important, thief shoplifting, helpful, H, helpful, cleric miraculous vestment, important, mage color spray, obscure, mage chimes, critical, mage shocking grasp, helpful, mage shock, critical, mage chimes, chimes, space, CAIMES, space, obscure, mage color spray, important, cleric remove curse, edit LEARN, space, OLOR, space, SPRAY. Your wisdom is too low, you need at least 15 wisdom to learn that. LEARN, space. The practice command is used to learn spells and skills. The rate TRAIN, space. You use 5 practices, your wisdom increases to 15. You gain 0/88 HP, 3/LEARN, space. OLOR, space, SPRAY. You spend 1 practice to learn color spray, 28% gain, space, They are no longer here. Space, COLOR, space, FRAY. They are no longer here. Space, CHIME. You need to know shards to learn that. You don't have enough EARN, space, HRADARRARD. You need to know crystal light to learn that. LEARN, space, CRYSTAL, space, LIGH. You spend 1 practice to learn crystal light, 42% gain, LEARN, space, AIMEN. Arliss the mage knows nothing about chimes. Skyfalcon auctions, Skyfalcon LEARN, space, AIM. Arliss the mage knows nothing about chimes. AELE, space, AIMES. Keywords are mage, spell, crystal, chimes, spell, chimes, mana, 20 and 18 whiz, 14 LVL, 10 mage, 42%, obscure, requires, shards, usage, cast chimes, when cast, the chimes spell creates hundreds of tiny crystal chimes that spread out and hover in the air, waiting for a disturbance to set them ringing. Anyone entering the area is bound to touch one, causing them all to ring out. This makes a great alarm spell, though perhaps not as good as squeaky floors. C, space, Q, U. Edit mode, carriage return, lang, ass, squeaky, floor, squeak, go, ass, carriage, not, perhaps, not, go, floors, squeaky, squeaky selected. Edit multi-line lang, EARN, space. Arliss the mage knows nothing about squeaky floors. AELP, space. No help page is found for squeaky. If you are having trouble finding the help page you want, try help. You can also AELP, space. You need to know Shambling Mound to learn that. You don't have enough experience with LEARN, space, N. AELP, space. FLOOR. Keywords are druid spell, squeaky, squeaking floors, spell, squeaky floors, mana, 15 int, 20 whiz, 22 LVL, 20 druid, 28%, obscure, requires, shambling mound, usage, cast squeaky floors. The squeaky floor spell is a protective alarm spell used to warn when people or land-based creatures enter a given area. When a creature steps on the protected ground, the alarm is set off, creating a loud wail that can be heard a long distance away. You can create the spell squeaky floors on the following consumables: scribe, scrolls, druidic spell staffs. There is one other help page that may be related to your search. See help mage spell crystal chimes to display it. AELP, space, CAIMEN. Keywords are mage, spell, crystal chimes, spell, chimes, mana, 20 and 18 whiz, 14 LVL, 10 mage, 42%, obscure, requires, shards, usage, cast chimes. When cast, the chimes spell creates hundreds of tiny crystal no objects inside. 9 AM tip: you have 30 practices which you can use to train your attributes, such as strength and wisdom, or you can use them to practice new spells and skills at a trainer. Tip: don't like the way the alt left and right buffers are ordered? You can use alt shift left or right to move them just the way you like. Type config show tips to disable these tips. Hanzo gossips. Could someone get me to the mainland so I can learn chimes? Oh. 814 and nothing in the bank. I-V-E space 81004 space O-L space A-A-N-Z. You don't see that character here. G-R-U-P space R-E-J-O-I-N. You rejoin Hanzo's group, the accepted Chapel of Denton and Naftali. List all I-V-E. List with 1 rows and 1, 8. 1, 0, space. Space, 0. Give 81 selected. Blank. Selection removed. I-E, space. 8. 1. 3. 3. 4, space. G-O-L-D, space. A-A-N-Z-O. You give 814 gold coins to Hanzo. Warning and provision will fall into. Hanzo leaves south, center of Naftali. The flagstones of the town square are arranged by color in a huge spiral 100 feet across. On the north end of the square is a tall temple with a high steeple and sleeping buttresses. Several large houses line the edge of the square. Naftali's main street runs east to west. From the seashore to the village gate, there is a large castle-like structure to the northeast. Off of the beach, 6 right parenthesis A tough-looking guard patrols the streets. 2 right parenthesis A metal post sticks up from the ground with a wooden sign attached to it. Northeast southwest. Hanzo leaves south, office of the Naftali commander. This medium-sized building has been crafted out of wood with a stone flooring. In the center of the room is a large desk crafted out of a dark wood with a single chair resting behind it. The surrounding walls are bare for the most part with the exception of a few brightly glowing orbs set into a few of the walls to provide adequate lighting. 6 right parenthesis A farmer stands here looking quite distressed. 6 right parenthesis the captain of the Naftali guard sits here looking over some papers. North. Hanzo leaves north, center of Naftali. The flagstones of the town square are arranged by color in a huge spiral 100 feet across. On the north end of the square is a tall temple with a high steeple and sleeping buttresses. Several large houses line the edge of the square. Naftali's main street runs east to west. From the seashore to the village gate, there is a large castle-like structure to the northeast. Off of the beach, 6 right parenthesis A tough-looking guard patrols the streets. 2 right parenthesis A metal post sticks up from the ground with a wooden sign attached to it. Northeast southwest. Warning and provision is about to fall. 10 a.m. It is mid-morning. Hanzo leaves west. Naftali's Keel Street. Keel Street is paved with thick flagstones of varying sizes and colors. To the east, the street widens into the town square. Several prominent structures, including a temple, stands there. To the west is a gated wooden wall that surrounds the city. The breeze carries a faint salty tang to it. Naftali must be along the ocean. East-west. Hanzo leaves west. Naftali's Keel Street. The town of Naftali is completely enclosed by a wooden wall, except for the east side, which appears to be adjacent to the ocean. There is a small castle on the northeast side of town. Straight on down Keel Street are many shops and a temple. To the west is the town gate. Northeast southwest. Hanzo leaves south. Dan Road. A faint pall of smoke hangs over the street, trapped between an iron smithy and the tall wooden wall that surrounds all of Naftali. The street is just a beaten dirt road that becomes terribly muddy when wet. To the north is the main road through town, which is paved. Northeast south. Hanzo leaves south. Dan Road. The dirt road runs between Naftali's to the west and a rundown wooden fence to the east. Barrels of trash sit along the edge of the fence, harboring vermin. The more prominent buildings in town are off to the northeast. North-south. Hanzo leaves south. Naftali's Essa Street. The high town wall can be seen behind the local warriors' guild house to the south, while the doorway to a small shop lies to the west. To the east is a vacant lot and several shops. To the north is a smoky iron smithy. Northeast southwest. Hanzo leaves west. Ironbeard's tanning http://altarian.com:80/shops/53409. Strips of cured hide hang from the rafters of this foul-smelling shop. The stench of bleach and tanning agents hangs heavy in the air. A bubbling cauldron in the fireplace is source of the stench. Boots, gloves, pants and other articles of leather scale armor hang from pegs around the perimeter of the store. 6 right parenthesis A tough-looking guard patrols the streets. 4 right parenthesis A haggard dwarf rivets together pieces of leather to make armor. East, Hanzo leaves east. Naphtali's Essa Street. The high town wall can be seen behind the local warriors guild house to the south, while the doorway to a small shop lies to the west. To the east is a vacant lot and several shops. To the north is a smoky ironsmithy. Northeast, southwest. Hanzo leaves south. The warriors guild. Set into the wall to the left of this building are various weapons, and along the opposite wall are what look scenes window. Context menu. Must client Alterion. Edit multi-line blank. a.m. (7:21 a.m.) RECAL. The accepted chapel of Neptune. This tall structure is made from megalithic stone blocks of QUIT. Saving your character. Received 14,200. Must client dialog icon. Must client Alterion. AAZO. Password. HAZOFK2Z1. You repossess your. The town of Naphtali. Your strength is now 19. Your spell save is now 5%. Your intelligence is now 27. Your fire save is now 5%. Your wisdom is now 24. Your gold. You have no gold in hand and 960 in bank. BANK space DDWITHDRAU space 1 gold withdrawn from your bank account. Your hit roll is now 0. BANK space DEPOSIT space 1 gold deposited into your bank account. Windows Media Player 01 column. Op Studio 25.0.8. 32-bit Windows Profile Art. 723. Must client Alterion row 1. Windows Media Player. Music row 2. Inbox James. Op Studio 25.0.8. Ops 32. Insufficient disk space alert. There is not sufficient disk space to continue recording. OK, enter button. Op Studio 25.0.8. 32-bit Windows Pro. Properties for video. Mute audio input capture checkbox checked. Properties for audio input capture. Mute desktop audio checkbox. Volume slider for properties for desktop audio button. Fade to black, 300 mil, fade, slider 0. Button. Sources window, list, checkbox checked. Checkbox. Controls window, settings button.